welcome back, guys. To our music podcast. It's still an unofficial name. We didn't have time to name it, so it's called the Music Podcast. And it features me and Katy, my friend.
Yep, and we ask each other questions about our experience in music and other things. So
yes, so I hope you enjoy. Yeah. Okay, so Katy, let me ask you first, okay? What is your earliest memory of music as a child that you can remember?
Let's see. My earliest memory of music, it has to be AC/DC and Avril Lavigne. Like, as a child, I was so drawn to these two artists. Like, every single day after school, I would sit on my desk and I would just admire how amazing these artists are. How about you?
Yeah. My earliest memory was probably like me and my siblings singing in prayers, and also going to like harmonium classes and learning how to play the harmonium and singing in prayers. And yeah, that's my earliest. That's like, from what I can think of now, that's my earliest memory.
I see. That's not bad. So
yeah,
what's your first musical obsession?
I mean, like, you know this already, okay? It's One Direction. And like, honestly, this needs no explanation, because like, which basic child like me wasn't obsessed with One Direction at the time, you know? Like everyone I knew, all my friends were obsessed. And like, the reason why it was my first is because like, I remember like having iTunes and downloading their whole album on my iTouch and listening to it every day after school on the way home. And like, I thank my cousins for introducing me to them, because to this day I'm still in love with them. But how about you? What was your first musical obsession?
Well, for me, it has to be, you know those songs on the radio you listen to when you come back home from school? Yeah.
I didn't have a radio in my car. I never listened.
Wow, not surprised, man. Okay, so
a
few artists that I really was obsessed to was like Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Selena Gomez, you know, those pop stars out there.
Yeah.
And one time on the radio, I heard this song, I Want It That Way, from Backstreet Boys. And then that was the time when I started exploring my way through music. And that's how I'm so familiar to them today.
Yeah. So the next question is for you. So what is a piece of music that is attached to a happy memory of yours?
Well, for mine, it has to be when I went to the Script concert. Like, I remember on the last song, they sang the Hall of Fame. And when they sang that, the entire room was bright. There was confetti everywhere. And me and my friend, we were just sitting on our seat and we're just glaring. Like, oh my god, this place is so beautiful. It's the final song. It's awesome.
I remember your Instagram story. You posted like 50. Like, I remember just tapping, and it was like every song you posted on your Instagram.
Yep. So how about yours, Marianne?
Mine is like quite similar to yours. Like, mine is any Shawn Mendes song because of his concert. And like, to this day, I would say it was the best night. It was one of the best nights of my life, because I remember at the beginning of the concert, I literally had a full-on breakdown, because I realized I was seeing like Shawn Mendes in real life, and I started crying like a baby. And all I remember from that night is like screaming and crying and singing my lungs out. And I was even lucky enough to, like, after the concert, like, he like was gonna go to his car, and I was like gonna go to, like, me and my cousin had to go back to mine, and he was there, and a bunch of fans were there, and like he waved at us, so I got to wave him.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
That's a souvenir right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is a piece of music that has helped you through a hard time in your life, Katy?
So, for me, unlike most people who listen to sad music, I listen to the total opposite. Like, I would just jam to metal and any kind of rock, like alternative. Not indie though. That for me, I find that too bland when I'm sad. Like something that's loud. Like Sublime, Metallica, My Chemical Romance. You know those artists? Yeah. How about you?
I mean, yeah, I've heard of them, but for me, the opposite of yours, like you said, I listen to sad songs, and I think one sad song that like I listened to throughout like my life ever since I was a kid was like Warrior by Demi Lovato, and it's such a specific song because from as far as long as I can remember, maybe till like 9 years old till now, I listened to it not knowing what the lyrics meant. Only like probably a few years ago I realized what it meant, and every time I cry, every time I'm feeling down, I just listen to that, and it inspires me, to get back up and to do things. So yeah.
That is inspiring.
Yeah.
So, continuing on. So, what kind of music or piece of music inspires you?
Well, I mean, right now it's like Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo, and like I said, it's super basic to say this, okay? That like I love the two most famous artists in the world right now, but I'm serious. I love them, and they inspire me because their lyrics are so meaningful, and especially Olivia Rodrigo, her new album has killed me. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, these experiences that I've gone through these past few years of my life, when you don't really know how to describe how you're feeling, I think her songs have literally described what I felt these past few years and the things that I've experienced.
Yeah, it really
Like,
touches you, right? Like,
yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
So
what is a piece? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is a piece of What is a piece of music that inspires you, though?
Well, a few months ago, which is pretty recently, I have stumbled on like French songs. Since I learn French, and so I want to learn more about different songs they have, and I came to this song. It's called Les gens qu'on aime, which means the people that we love, and so this song talks about life and how beautiful things can be. And so when I listen to this, I really am so touched because it makes me feel happy. I think of good things, and it just brightens my day, and I can get through it.
Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so who are your current musical role models right now, and why? Or like in general?
Okay, so like I said before about French songs, there is this one band. It's called Kids United. So basically they would set up concerts and fund those who need help, like disabled people, those who are artistic, and it really makes me feel happy that these are kids, okay? They're not adults, they're kids.
Yeah.
They're helping people to make a change, a better world for everyone.
Yeah, that's actually amazing. Yeah.
What are your role models?
Well, about time you asked. I'm kidding. Well, I mean, it's surprising to me because I don't really have one right now. I had one growing up, but I would say like, yeah, technically right now my role model in terms of like music is Taylor Swift, because she's literally going out of her way to re-record each and every one of her songs and her albums from like throughout her years of her music, because she wants to prove to people that her music is her own, and I find that so inspiring. She didn't have to do it, but she's taking
dedication,
back what is her.
Honestly, some dedication.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so name 3 things that you hope to get out of your IB DP music experience. No,
well,
wait.
To begin with, this is the hardest question because there is so less. Since I feel stressed doing IB, and so it's really hard to think. Although I do have a few things that I would like to discuss about. So when I started this course, I was terrible at music theory, and so I hope that I can develop this further as I progress into this course. And furthermore, I would also like to look into different countries that present their cultural identities, and I also like to look into these artists who depict this. How's yours, Ran?
Well, I mean, I hope to become more confident when it comes to experimenting and to creating, because every time especially I've noticed this past year, every time I've created something, I've always been kind of afraid to show someone because I'm oh, they might not like it. So I want to be more confident in my own creations and doing what I like. And I also hope to learn a new instrument. I really want to learn the drums. Mm-hmm. And I guess one more thing I want to improve is my music theory, because out of everything in music, I suck at that the most. So yeah.
We are the same. We are
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So,
Yeah.
okay, no, you go.
okay, fine. So, the very last question. So do you have any hopes and dreams for the life that you want to lead after finishing the IBDP program?
Yeah, I'm planning on going uni after this, like probably every other student. But I like in uni, I want to focus on fashion, art, and design. And it's actually really funny because like in IGCSE, I did art, but in IB, I chose music instead of art because I wanted to try something new. So like in uni, I want to go back to fashion and design, and I hopefully want to make a career out of it also. How about you? What are your hopes and dreams?
I do also hope to go into uni like you. I plan to pursue in being a linguist, or learn more about language, culture, or pursue law and maybe be a legal counselor.
Oh, that's nice.